Perhaps the word time is the most commonly used noun in our daily lives. The word itself is very versatile. We can kill time, save it, and spend it. Most of us wish we had more time, but there are also many who wish we could turn back time. While time is so common in our everyday conversations, it's not easy to describe it. Now, let's discover whether past, present and future can exist at the same time with Ask K-pop Entertainment. Time is like a rushing river, and we are like a boat going down that river. We are constantly moving downstream. This is a fairly intuitive way of describing time. However, this may not be the case. Time is something that can't be identified. But one thing is for sure, that time has only one dimension, that is from the past to present and future. Therefore, once we have made a mistake at a certain moment in life, we will definitely have to regret it for the rest of our lives. Because we cannot return to that time to do it again. Stephen Hawking himself asserted about this. Quantum physics tells us that no matter how thorough our observation of the present, the unobserved past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Scientists recently proposed a new theory that time does not move forward. On the contrary, everything that exists in time is eternal. Accordingly, if we could look over to the other side of the universe, we could see that this time stretches out in all directions, just like the space we are observing currently. This theory was proposed by Dr. Bradford Scow, a professor of philosophy at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, USA. In his book Objective Becoming, he reviewed some of the theories of his predecessors to explain the nature of time. If you let other people describe how time passes, they often compare it to a river. We are like a boat on that river, constantly moving forward. There are also some scientists who have proposed another amazing theory that, in the case of a Big Bang, which caused the universe to be born, at that very moment a mirror universe was created at the same time as our universe. Both universes run opposite each other in the same time orbit. However, that other universe is not quite the same as ours. In fact, it is completely independent of our universe, moving and changing on its own. But it obeys the same laws of physics, so it also has planets, stars, and galaxies that look like our universe. Albert Einstein, along with the theory of relativity, shook up the notions we once had about time. He proves to us that time is, in fact, made of matter. Time does not exist from the beginning independently. It was not drawn before the universe was formed, to stand there waiting for all events to be recorded on its horizontal axis. Discovering the unexpected and very important connection between space and time, Einstein realized that they were no longer separate things. They are merged together and form a space-time continuum, manifold, which is viewed as a four-dimensional vector space. Einstein said, "The difference between the past, present and future that people perceive as an illusory delay, time is not only as we see it. It does not just move according to a direction, where the present, the past, and the future coexist." At first, Einstein was not particularly enthusiastic about the idea of space-time fusion and rejected the new four-dimensional space proposed by Hermann Minkowski as a superfluous hypothesis. but he eventually accepted the idea. As Arthur Schopenhauer emphasized, the most meaningless present things have an advantage over the most meaningful things of the past by virtue of fact, and such a belief cannot be easily dismissed. Naturally, this illusion, our understanding of the past, present and future, is very convincing to us, but it is still an illusion, which we live with every day, every moment, continuously. Columbia University professor of physics and mathematics, theoretical physicist Brian Greene, did a lecture titled "The Illusion of Time: Past, Present, and Future Coexist," and that is to say, we all have a misunderstanding of time. The speech said that the whole universe was like a big loaf of bread. Each independent point in time is like a slice of bread that simultaneously exists in a piece of bread. The past has not disappeared, and the future already exists somewhere. The entire universe is a stereoscopic information structure, or hologram. Each time, space exists on different messages, and at the same time exists in the universe. Perception of time causes us to constantly rediscover ourselves in our own minds. Time is not only the center that helps us organize our lives, but also the center that helps us experience it. Of course, you could argue that it doesn't really matter whether we perceive time intuitively or according to the laws of physics anyway. In our daily life, we can still walk on a flat path regardless of the fact that the Earth is spherical. We also still say that the sun rises in the morning and sets in the evening, even though we know that it is actually the rotation of the Earth. The truth is that our perception is not keeping up with new discoveries in science, and we can only create experiences with the world with the senses we have. In short, the way we experience time in our minds will never catch up with the latest discoveries about time in physics. We all feel the passage of time. While we can't change the way our brains perceive time, we have better ways of thinking about it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you find the video useful, please click like and subscribe to support our channel. And also don't hesitate to contribute comments so that the channel can be more complete by commenting below. Goodbye and see you in the next video.